Last night I went to bed and I slept, which is something I do often. I know, so relatable. But I woke with the spark of an idea. A million billion burning suns sparking behind my eyelids exploded with the power, the creative power of a million billion burning suns sparking outside my eyelids. What if Superman were evil? Wait, hear me out. I don't think you really understand what I just said. Let me put it in a different way. What if the strongest character who you thought was good was bad? I know. Shield your eyes so you're not blinded by the creative brilliance you have just witnessed. I've had years of creative practice to lead me to this moment. You see, I think it started when I was a kid and what? It's been done? A lot? Okay, new title. And why do they all start with I? Injustice, Invincible, The Boys, Irredeemable? Most stories start with a what if question. It's just that what if the good guy was the bad guy is starting to get that we had a great party last night, but I forgot to put the tortilla chips away and I didn't clean the kitchen vibes. It's getting stale. But before we talk about these properties, you're gonna need a little lesson, and I'm gonna take you to school. Hello, students. Morning. Tom, sit down and listen up. What? Don't worry, this is a cool school. You know that because my sleeves are a little rolled up, the tie's kind of loose in half, my shirt's untucked like there's a dress code maybe, but I don't really want to follow it. What? There's 3 criteria to create an evil Superman. Be perceived as good at one point. Is this on the test? Be actually evil. Should I be taking notes? And then be extremely powerful. With this criteria, we now have standards. Standards we can meet or get close to. Like putting 6 feet on your Tinder bio. You are 6 feet with shoes, but you made it. Stand tall, King. So let's talk about this. Here's your ticket. You may now board my merry ferry where we will ride the seas of various properties. Please forgive me for saying that. What doesn't work? Well, classic anti-villain stories are out. No Scarface, no Breaking Bad. Remember, they need to be extremely powerful. Like have real power, not just to be feared, but real power. They need to be feared existentially. Like if they snapped, the world's gonna get snapped in half. So let's talk about the obvious ones. Injustice. This one did it well because, well, it is Superman. And he's evil. Invincible. There's a show, there's a comic. Same, but different. But still same. But really same. There's a Justice League equivalent that gets killed. Omni-Man isn't good. He's actually bad, but also good. It's darker and grittier than a normal kid's comic. You can tell that the creators like the superhero genre in general, so it's pretty fun. I like this one, especially the art done by Corey Walker and Ryan Otley. Good stuff. So good. The Boys, there's a show, there's a comic. Same, but different. But still same, but really different. Homelander was never good. He just acted good, but really, he's a selfish little boy who only wants attention. He's a little baby boy. He don't want to grow up. Is Peter Pan Homelander? Let's shelf it. This show has its equivalent of the Justice League as well, with Flash, Batman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and they're all basically given the same kind of respect they're given in mainstream comics. Sorry, Aquaman. I loved you in Justice League. The real Justice League.
Perfection.
It's also dark and edgy and gritty, but more darker and more grittier and more edgier than Invincible. And yeah, despite Anthony Starr's perfect performance, the show's not really for me. It's a bit much for me. Okay, but you might like it. So where I say sayonara, you can say
Konnichiwa.
Irredeemable. It's a comic Mark Waid does a great job with this one. It's different than the others because it doesn't really have a Justice League equivalent. Maybe? Also, as opposed to Homelander, the Plutonian actually was good and then he turned evil. Maybe? He was trying to do good. He might not have been perfect, but he wasn't like Homelander who just wanted attention for all the good things he did. Maybe? I liked this one more than The Boys and less than Invincible. And I can start to see why people are getting tired of this trope, even after only mentioning a couple of properties. Lord Superman. All right, you got me back, baby. This one's good because it's Superman, and he's evil. Let's talk about the not so obvious ones, all right? The Eternals. Marvel time. This one has Superman evil because, I don't know. I didn't watch it. You didn't either. You say you did, but you didn't. The actors didn't even watch it.
This is really embarrassing. Everyone was posing for the photo, but Salma Hayek blinked.
Watchmen. Is Dr. Manhattan good or evil? Or is it Rorschach? These are questions that I have read online. Game of Thrones. Daenerys is evil Superman. She starts good, she ends evil, and she's an existential threat everyone is afraid would snap. And she has her own kryptonite, which is getting stabbed with a knife by her lover and cousin. Ugh. Berserk. Griffin good? Griffin bad. Griffin super powerful, super evil Superman. Guts. Batman? It. Kids love him. Clown's good. Spider's bad. And he's very powerful and feared. He even has his own kryptonite. It's little children. Mr. Rogers. Teacher? Yes? I think your criteria is wrong. No, you can't go to the bathroom. That's not what Maybe drink a little less water when you're in class? That's not what I was saying. I know your hydro flasks are all the rage, but like you don't need to be drinking 50 gallons of water every day. I don't need to go to the bathroom. And they need superpowers. You forgot to add superpowers to the criteria. What? The next slide. What? Oh. It seems like I did have the wrong standards. You did, and so do many other people. I've got interesting facts, a great pickup line, and I even made a 3-minute video explaining my views of the current political landscape. Maybe 5'8" is fine. If they're still taller than you, what's the big deal? Swipe right. Give them a chance. Tall? Maybe not ideally, but statistically. And regardless, still a king. I think we've gotten a bit off topic. But still, Superman is evil. Yeah, sure, it's a tired trope, but tired things can still be fun. Like if your best friend has a new baby and they're barely getting any sleep, then yeah, I'd totally still want to hang out with them. I mean, not like now, but like in a few weeks. Now's not a good time for me, but you know, we should totally do this more often. We should do this more often. It's always so much fun. I was getting a little bit overboard before, I get that, but like low-key, Danny still kind of works, like if you think about it. I didn't even talk about the other side of things. That's a whole other video that I'm never gonna make because it wouldn't be any good. Like this one. Bruh. But there are so many Superman shows. Shows that take the mantle of Superman and have a hero that serves the same function within the story. A show where there's an overwhelmingly powerful protagonist. A character who's an alien to the world, but he's still a down-to-earth guy with good morals that can save the day. That's the soul of Superman, and really that's the soul of this video. You know who I'm talking about. Basically, Kirito is Superman. Also, while we're here, do you read comics or manga? I made a comic book. Buy my book. It's good. Yeah, do whatever you want.